Next up, we're going to look at, can I differentiate the product? Okay, so we are on column K, and as I said on the last video, this is one of those things, and this one where it's kind of subjective. I can't give you a black and white set of criteria for if you can differentiate your private label product from all the other ones being sold. The great thing about private label is that it's very easy to manufacture a product. The bad thing about private label is it's very easy to manufacture a product. In other words, you have to be able to have some type of angle or unique packaging or something to make your product stand out. You don't want to be like selling eggs and milk. In other words, where nobody can differentiate you from anybody else other than price, because then it just becomes a race to the bottom as far as low price. And you don't want to take part in that race, do you? So let me just show you kind of how I look at this. So we're right here, and the question, ask yourself, again, it's just subjective. You have to use common sense. Is it a commodity item, or can I find a way to differentiate this product? Now, again, don't overthink this. Just a quick go or no go will suffice. It's either yes or no. And remember, if it's no, if it's clearly a no, move on. And that would disqualify that product for me, okay? Because there are enough good quality products, hundreds, if not thousands, that I can differentiate enough. Now, I'm not saying you have to come up with some revolutionary new Huma widget that that does something like earth-shattering. Now, I don't mean that extent, but I mean like, look, one of the niches that I was going to look into here, we'll see, I'll just show it to you, is chia seeds. Okay, you know chia seeds? It's like a health thing, okay, chia seeds. And I was going to do this with Paul Harvey actually years ago, and I considered private labeling these chia seeds. And if you look at it, a chia seed is a chia seed is a chia seed. I mean, like, if you don't know anything about chia seeds, you're pretty much going to go for the one that seems to have legit looking packaging and then the lowest price. And you can see it's kind of a race to the bottom. This one is so cheap. It's an add-on item, $6.82. And so, I mean, how can I compete when there's no way to differentiate, no strong way to differentiate my product, other than, oh, gee, I can put it in a big version or a small version, right? So this is like a commodity type of product. And as Charlie Munger once said, that when you have a commodity type of product, you're only as smart as your dumbest competitor. Meaning, like, if you have a competitor dumb as hell who is competing with you and he's just gonna just undercut everybody by 50%, you can only be as smart as your dumbest competitor because you got to lower your price if there's no other way to differentiate, right? So, even with superior packaging, we quickly made the decision that, quite frankly, we would be no different from the 30 other sellers of chia seeds. And the problem with that is when you don't stand out, when you don't differentiate, you force the consumer to base their decision on price alone. And I never want to be the lowest price guy because it squeezes your profit margin. And I'm not doing this for my health, guys. I'm doing this to make a good old American profit, okay? So we had to face up to the fact that chia seeds, despite fitting all the other criteria in our pigs and hops, was a firm no-go. I'll give you another example here. And this is kind of an interesting one. And I'm going to show you this next example because I want you to have to think, right? I want you to be a thinking entrepreneur. So grilling gloves. Now look at this. I mean, do you agree that there's not a lot to differentiate? I mean, this one at first glance, this one, this one, this one, this one, they all pretty much look like the same glove, just with different flame-looking doodads on there. Would you agree with that? So at first glance, you'd think that there's very little difference between one barbecue glove and the next. But actually, there's lots of ways that you could differentiate with a grilling glove. And you might be like, well, Ben, what are you talking about? Well, yours could be made with some super durable, flame and heat-resistant fabric that comes from, alpacas. You know, yours could have a better product narrative behind it, and don't discount that. There's certain people that are hobbyists that are really into cooking, that they want the alpaca weaved, you know, barbecue gloves. Okay, and of course I'm slightly teasing. Or maybe yours has like an American flag. Or yours is a passion hobby design, like a floral pattern for women buyers or whatever, right? Or perhaps you can bundle your gloves with an inexpensive bonus item. And here we go. This is a great example of that. Look at, so they took a commodity item, like this guy's exact same damn glove, and he's charging a little bit less. And he's saying, hey, you get the same damn barbecue gloves that everybody else has, but I'm giving you bonus number 1 and bonus number 2. And this is called bundling. Okay, and this is a great way that you can stand out and differentiate. Now, it makes no sense to see this and go, hey, I'm going to release a barbecue glove and bundle it with a meat claw and a whatever that's called, a baster, because, you know, someone already thought of that. So, but there's tremendous numbers of opportunity like this where you can take a really good selling product and say, what is a complementary product that I can also source for like 30 cents? And you just say, hey, you get this plus this bonus item that normally sells for $9.95, and you get it for free when you get my yada yada, whatever product it is you're selling. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Or maybe we could stand out from all of these other, gloves with great looking packaging. Let me see if anybody's done that. So this guy's kind of got a little creative with his image. He's got flames, like, it looks like Spider-Man, and he's being consumed by a villain with flames. So that's pretty cool. I don't know how well they're actually doing. I don't know if that works, but see, for me, that's not enough of a point of a differentiation, right? I want a unique angle on the materials used in my gloves, a unique look, maybe a unique box or packaging so that image pops. And if that doesn't work and I still want to pursue it, then I would go down the lines of looking at a very, very inexpensive complementary bonus product I could easily bundle in with that product. And just I'm gonna anticipate a question that you probably have. Well, Ben, how do you do that? Super easy. You're gonna learn how to source in the next module, but all you do is you can either use the same manufacturer if they happen to make that product, or if not, just find somebody else in China to, make up a batch dirt cheap, ship it to your manufacturer of your barbecue gloves and say, I need you to pay you to insert this in with the barbecue glove box. And they'll do that for like pennies. Okay. It's super, super easy. Don't overthink this stuff. Okay. So anyway, you need to make that decision. Now, for me, I absolutely know that if I look hard enough, I could find a way to make my baby sound machine unique. I could do, some like brain enhancing sound waves that are part, embedded in my audio. Something that will turn your baby into a baby genius. So I could find something unique on the sound, on the white noise part of it. I could do something really cool with an app, I'm sure. I can do something really cool with the design so it looks better and stands out. And you might think, well, Ben, that's a really big ask. No, it's not. I just have to look long and hard enough on Alibaba, and you absolutely can find something unique enough that isn't ranking. So let's say big point of differentiation that I need to make here is there might be somebody who's already done that with the manufacturer I find, but he sucks at the business side of running his Amazon business. So he's done what I want to do, but if he's on page 12 and I'm on page 1, guess who wins? Me. So I don't care that I find somebody deep into the search results who also came up with the same idea. What I do care is if somebody on page 1 or the top of page 2 has already done my idea, then I have to find a different idea. But I don't care if somebody's come up with that, but they're not ranking. They're not very good in this business. That doesn't scare me at all. All right. So I hope that makes sense. And that is, can I differentiate? And for me, absolutely. Right. A baby sound machine is not like chia seeds. I can find numerous ways that I can differentiate with cool packaging and sound and all kinds of stuff. All right. So that's going to do it for this video. I'll see you on the next video where we're going to get into the profit margin aspect of this.